when I talked earlier about the knowing that you have a certain level of potential, knowing that you have a certain amount of time, knowing that I have opportunities that some of my friends don't have anymore. It's like, oh, if you don't think I'm going to try and do my best to fulfill the potential that I have to squeeze what I can out of life, well, yeah, no, of course I think that way. I think about all my friends that don't have that opportunity. So, but I think also, you know, I think that the years that I was like, you know, blowing money on partying and chicks and just all that crap, I think in those years, those were years that were a little bit, for lack of a better word, a little bit expendable, meaning like that's what I was doing. I knew I had a longer future, you know, and knew I'd be able to kind of have some time to put that together. But that being said, I've told my kids, I've been like, oh, if I would have been smarter, the whole world would be different. You know, so I guess I do have, if I think about it, kind of bifurcate the two thoughts. One of them is like, well, yeah, I had a good time and it was fun. But also if I look at it from a more mature aspect, it's like, yeah, you know, I would have been in a much better position now than I am. Now listen, I will say that I'm in a really good position right now in my life. Like, I mean, I've got good stuff going on. I kind of have what I want. But, you know, if I wouldn't have gotten onto this path that we're on right now, you know, if I would have retired from the military and run the gym and taught jiu-jitsu, and I had to look around right now and look at the time and money that I wasted as an 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24-year-old, I'd be like, damn, I blew a lot of stuff. Luckily, like I said, I think I've made maneuvers. Once I identified the game that I was playing, which I didn't really do until I was like 25 years old. It's like, oh, okay, I see this game. Okay, now I'm in a game. Here's the moves that I have to make. Here's the things that I have to do to set myself up for the long run. And once I did that, then I was able to sort it out. But if and then continued to identify, oh, this is the game that's going on right now. Okay, here's how I can make moves. So I think if I wouldn't have identified that, I would be totally regretful. No, I feel good. And then the other question that you got to ask yourself, well, if I didn't have those other experiences, would I be who I am right now? And the answer is probably no.
Probably not, yeah.
You know, so I was doing things and learning about life and going through experiences that I learned a lot from. And I think that was beneficial, and it makes me who I am. So, or even if they just say, I wish I would have followed my dreams instead of my parents' dreams. So this is, to your case in point, I followed my dreams
from day one.
Like from day one, I was like, hey, I want to go be a frogman. I'm going to go get after it. Like that's what I'm doing, and I did it. And so that's, to me, very, very satisfying, gratifying, and regret removal, right? Yes. And that is something that is a strategy. And the weird thing is, and I'd say that this is probably, you know, when we talked about Fedor talent being able to put it all together, I would say the little bit of talent that I have, because you know me, I'm not that talented in anything really, but what I was pretty talented at was being able to like work hard in a bunch of different things kind of simultaneously. Kind of like, I'm gonna do these things and they all are time suckers and they all take a lot of effort and time, but I'm gonna go ahead and do them all at the same time.
Working out is a test of will. Can you push yourself harder? Can you get the last rep? Can you shave another second off the sprint? Can you lift a little bit heavier? And that test of will starts before the workout starts. It starts when the alarm goes off. Can you get out of bed in the morning? These are all little tests of discipline and of will. And discipline begets more discipline. The stronger you get, the stronger you get. And physical will that it takes to get through these workouts, that it takes to get out of bed in the morning, that carries over to mental will. So you can eat better food, so you can get work done, so you can control your temper, so you can create things and improve things, and you can be better. And then the discipline eventually becomes a form of freedom. And most importantly, this is available to anybody. That life that you want is out there. And it might be a few years in the future, but it's there and you can get to it. And the path getting there starts early in the morning and it ends late at night, and it requires sacrifice and discipline, and it requires force of will. And that comes at 4:30 in the morning when the alarm goes off. That's when it comes. So get up and go get it. Because there's people in the world that have skills and strength and talent that I will never have. I won't. I mean, some of these notions that you can be whatever you want to be as long as you want it bad enough, those are not true. They're fairy tales. We all have limitations. And I don't have the right genes to be an Olympic weightlifting champion. I don't have the right genetics to be an Olympic champion sprinter or a gymnast or whatever sport you want to name. Now, sure, if I trained my whole life, perhaps I could have achieved some high level in those sports, but I can tell you I do not have the DNA to be the best in the world in those categories. So, what does that mean? Does that mean that I give up? Does that mean that I quit? Of course not. Not at all. It means that I'm gonna try to be the best that I can be. The strongest, the fastest, the smartest. The smartest human that I can become. That's what I'm gonna go for. And I will compare myself to others and look at them and see what they're doing, and I'll say that it is possible. How close can I get to that greatness? How close can I get to that glory? But the reality is that my glory, it doesn't happen in front of a crowd. It doesn't happen in a stadium. It doesn't happen on a stage. There's no medals handed. My glory happens in the darkness of the early morning, in solitude, alone, where I try. And I try, and I try again to be everything that I possibly can be. The best that I possibly can be. Better than I was yesterday. And better than other people thought I could be. Faster and stronger and smarter, and with one victory that no one can ever take away from me. A victory that is earned every single day. A victory of determination and will and discipline.